Very strange. Anyway, it's time for our guest. We're looking forward to talking with him. I know a lot of Ranger fans are looking forward to hearing from him. He is the Ranger goaltender. He is, this year, arguably the best in the business, and it is Henrik Lundqvist. He joins us on the Michael Kay Show. Henrik, Michael Kay, and Don LaGreca, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. I'm wondering, because a big trade didn't come down and the room is going to be the same, is it a relief to a team that's having such a good year that there is not that big deal that's going to be made?
I think everybody's happy that, we feel like we've been doing a pretty good job so far, and it's a good feeling also feeling that management believe in us and they're happy where we are right now. And yeah, I definitely think it's a good thing for the group here.
John Tortorella said last night it's the best room that he's ever had in his NHL career. Is it the best room you've ever had as a Ranger?
Yes, I think so. It's all year we've been talking about a group that's, everybody wants to improve, that they want to be better, but also it's a more mature group than maybe last year and the year before that. So I'm really excited about where we are and hopefully where it's heading.
It's always said around trade deadlines, well, that's part of the business and we can't be distracted by it. Then you hear something like what Kobe Bryant said last week, that it has been a distraction with Paul Gasol and all of these rumors. Henrik, you weren't in rumors, but some of your teammates were. Do you believe leading up to the trade deadline that it was a little bit of a distraction because the Rangers were not playing great hockey that week before?
You know what? We're all human, so of course people are going to react to it and they listen to what people talk about. And when it comes down to game time, I think it's easier for all of us to just block it and focus on the game. But between games, I think it's hard not to maybe react to it and get a little bit involved in it. But I think, again, when it's time to play, you're so focused on you doing your job that I don't think it's a distraction. But again, I think everybody's happy that, it's done and everybody's still here and everybody's excited as well.
Hank, I think this has been your best season, and I think the biggest improvement has been your glove hand. Would you agree with that? And if so, why is your glove hand better than it was in the past?
It's more about my stance, the way I hold the glove. So I think maybe I'm a little bit more patient as well, and I read the game a little bit better. But yeah, I feel the same way. I improved the glove hand a little bit, but it's not that I'm quicker this year. I think it's just the way I hold the glove. And, a lot of times players come in on the side and they're trying to go short side. That's how they want to score. So try to prevent that. I'm just trying to hold my glove really high and it's been working pretty good so far.
Obviously a team sport, but personal accolades are important too. How big would it be for you to be recognized as the best goalie in the game?
It would mean a lot to me. I'm not going to lie. Being nominated my first 3 years when I came to the league, I was so proud and honored. It's a combination, obviously. It's a team sport. You need a great team in front of you, no question. And I've been very lucky over the years to have a solid team in front of me. But this year it feels like we've taken another step. And I'm so excited about playing, to have these guys in front of me. They're blocking shots. They work so hard. So I kind of feed from that. But to win something like that, it would definitely mean a lot. And it's a dream I had for a long time to try to reach the top, and it's exciting.
Is it fair, Hank, to say that in order to really make it among the best, that we need to see more in the playoffs, that there needs to be a run? Is that fair, that we need to see conference final to be able to put you on that level?
You know what? It comes down to winning. That's what it's all about, and I always say it. I won a couple of times back in Sweden. I won the Olympics, but over here, we've been to the second round, and it's not, it's not something I'm happy about. It's definitely a goal I have and a goal we have in the group to go for it this year. It's going to be a big test, and it's going to, we're going to need everybody to play their absolute best. But I agree. You know, you need to see some success in the playoffs to be really happy about the season, but also for me personally, I want some playoff success.
Henrik Lundqvist, Ranger goaltender, is our guest on the Michael K. Show. Now, we've had your coach on a couple of times, Henrik, and it's always fun talking with him, but it's hard to pin him down. He refuses to say that this team is ready to win a Stanley Cup. He said, I don't believe at this point they are. I don't know if he's just not admitting it. So let me ask you, is this team ready to win a Stanley Cup?
You know, it's it's tough to answer because I think you could ask 12, 13 teams in the league, and they would say they're ready. I mean, the difference between winning the Stanley Cup and maybe even lose the first round, it's not that big anymore. You could see the last 2 years, Boston, they just got hot at the right time last year, and they played so well, and they had everybody just, play top-level hockey, and that's what you're going to need. I think we're good enough. We just need everybody to play their absolute best, and then who knows. But I think there's another probably 12, 13 teams out there that feel the same way.
Henrik, you're going to get in trouble with Torts now because he doesn't like anybody saying you're good enough.
We got to believe in ourselves. That's where it starts. I think it's important that as a group we believe we can do it. That's where it starts. And then you just have to keep pushing each other and yourself to try to get to that level. But I think it all starts inside your head. And I think we all feel like we're good enough, but we just have to prove it to ourselves and to everybody else.
Does Marty Brodeur bring out the best in you?
Playing the best always, excites me. It's a great challenge to go up against guys and teams that are recognized as, the best, and maybe he does. Playing the defending champion or top teams in the league is always exciting, but to play Marty, he's been around for so long and accomplished so much that it is a little extra exciting to win in a game like that when you face, a player like Marty Brodeur.
Henrik, I'm wondering if, as a player, you realize this, because when we knew you were going to be on the air, we tweeted out that you were going to be a guest, and Ranger fans went nuts on Twitter. I mean, do you realize how much this fan base loves you?
I mean, this is year 7 for me now in New York, and already first couple weeks in the league, I realized how much the New York Rangers means to the Ranger fans. It's been amazing to play here for almost 7 years now and feel that support and excitement. That's why you want to play. You want to play in a place where people care and have opinions, and they show up at the game and they're ready to rock, and it's just a good feeling. So it's not a surprise to me. It's not.
Hank, you weren't a highly touted prospect. Coming out of the lockout, Kevin Weeks was the starting goaltender. So when you look at what's happened with Jeremy Lin, does it remind you of your path?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's a pretty amazing story with Lin coming from nowhere and just plays so well right away against the best players in the NBA. So, and New York, I mean, they love stories like that too. When someone comes in and plays so hard for the team and have success, I don't think there's any better place to do that than in New York.
Henrik, so much about sports excellence is about visualization. A lot of players just sit there and try to visualize what they want. You've got Messier around, Graves and Leach is around, Richter drops by. You see the Giants just have their ticker tape parade. Do you think I got to have that?
I don't think I think I got to have it. I just think I want it. Going to the practice rink every day, I walk to breakfast. Every day I walk by a photo from 94. The whole team, all the people, the cup is in there. It's just such a big motivation. Every morning you walk by that picture and you're like, you really want to be there yourself. No, but I won a couple of championships and I know the feeling. But to do it over here, it would mean you take it to the next level, no question. So it's definitely a great motivation to have. And That's why you go to the rink every day. You work hard, you try to improve your game, and this year I've been really motivated to try to have a good year and push myself to try to help to have some success.
Before we let you go, I want to personally invite you up to the studio. We're right at Madison Square Garden. I want Noise upstairs with you and McEnroe to come up here and jam on the air. How about that?
Sounds pretty good to me.
How'd you guys get together?
You know, we've been running into each other over the years and talked about sports, music, and I think last year we talked about let's get together and start jamming a little bit. And this year we did it. And then I asked him if he wanted to do a concert and maybe raise some money for charity, and he was on board, and we had a blast last week. It was such a great event, and we will definitely do it again.
Speaking of great events, tonight's casino night, which you do for charity, is that a fun thing to do every year?
Yeah, it's always well organized. Garden of Dreams Foundation organized a casino night. We get to meet a lot of fans, and all the players are there, and it's just an overall really fun night.
How cool is it to have a nickname, the King? If somebody would call me Average, I'd like it. I mean, your nickname is the King. How cool is that?
He wouldn't like being called Average, by the way.
It's pretty funny. I mean, I gotta say, it could be worse.
Yeah, it could, right?
Yeah, I try not to use it too much, but it's funny. Even my teammates have fun with the name King. You know, you can't take yourself or that name too serious, but it's definitely something that, you know, I try to have fun with it, and it's cool. It could be worse, like I said.
That's why we're different, Henrik, because if my nickname was the King, every time I walk into a room, I go, hi, I'm the King.
Wow.
See, you don't do that.
No, I try to stay away from that.
Anyway, good luck the rest of the way. We're so happy that you could pop on with us. It's really cool talking with you, and good luck tonight in the casino night, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right, be good. That is Henrik Lundqvist, goaltender for the Rangers, and you know what? He admitted the Vezina would be very, very important to him. And it has to be.
Well, he's been a it's 7 years in the league. I think at least 4 or 5 times he's been nominated for it. He hasn't won it yet. But, Michael, and Roberto Luongo's going through it 3,000 miles away in Vancouver. You know, if you want to be among those great ones, and maybe it's unfair. That's why I asked him that question about is it fair. You know, to win the Stanley Cup, I think he wants more than anything to be able to make a run in the playoffs. And you can't walk 5 feet Madison Square Garden without being reminded of '94.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure all those players would like to be able to put some more pictures up there.